Welcome to CSL Greater Baltimore. Here are our announcements, news, and events for October 8th, 2023. Visit cslgreaterbaltimore.org/events for more. Educational opportunities at CSL Greater Baltimore include our Thursday night study group. Meet and discuss today's talk with your community members. Visit cslgreaterbaltimore.org for the Zoom link. And if you'd like more information about other educational opportunities that Centers for Spiritual Living offers, go to our website, csl.org/spiritual development. Here at CSL Greater Baltimore, we build community one conversation at a time. Join us on the second and fourth Wednesdays of each month from 5:30 at our Zoom room. Find the link at cslgreaterbaltimore.com or .org if you are so inclined. Hope to see you there. Our next board meeting is Sunday, October 15th, right after service in the Zoom room. Please see our website for the link. Quote of the week from Niels Bohr. It is the hallmark of any deep truth that its negation is also a deep truth. On sale now is the newly designed 2024 Spiritual Journal. A Grand Rising is the theme for 2024, and this newly designed journal with 136 full-color pages, coil-bound with durable covers, will last you the entire year, and it has the theme for each week so that you can have in one spot all of your insights for your journey with CSL Greater Baltimore. Go to shop.csl.org to place your order. The CSL Awards Committee is now accepting nominations to honor and appreciate those members of the CSL community who have contributed to our upliftment of spirit and love. For more information, go to csl.tfaforms.net/203 or email Reverend Valerie Reeves at vreeves@csl.org. This is for our practitioners in the house. The Centers for Spiritual Living Practitioner Council is honored to present our annual virtual practitioner gathering, a truly global event featuring practitioners from around the world. The theme is Rejoice and Play. It's a brand new day. You'll be uplifted by inspiring music and inspirational speakers like Reverend Cynthia James, Marion Williamson, and Reverend Carlton Tebout. You'll also be encouraged to go deeper through powerful rap sessions, and you'll get the chance to talk with practitioners from around the globe in our virtual salons. So don't miss this amazing event that's taking place Friday, October 13th through Saturday, October 14th. To register, see the link. And if you have any questions about the practitioners gathering, you can email practitionercouncil@gmail.com. What an elder can see seated, a child cannot see from the tallest tree. And this African proverb encapsulates elder speak. The Retired Ministers Committee of CSL invites you to step into the realm of spiritual enlightenment and join us for a divine experience at Elders Speak, Changeless Wisdom for a Changing World, a virtual panel discussion. We'll have esteemed ministers and spiritual leaders from the CSL community come together to share profound insights, revelations, and timeless wisdom Again, October 16th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And to get the Zoom link, go to csl.org or to the CSL Connection newsletter. Please join the Center for Spiritual Living Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee for its October webinar featuring Kumu Hinalea Moana Wang Kalu, the Cultural Ambassador of the Council for Native Hawaiian Advancement. She is a community leader and teacher of Native language, history, culture, and dance. A filmmaker and activist, she dedicates her life to uplifting and empowering her people. To register, go to the link provided below. It's Thursday, October 19th, 2023, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Save the date, February 19th through 22nd. The Centers for Spiritual Living will be holding its 2024 Spiritual Living Convention at the Wild Dunes Resort in Charleston, South Carolina. This year's theme is Soul to Soul to Soul, Lighting the Way of Love. More details for registration will be coming soon. And on February 21st, our keynote speaker will be Sean Jenwright, PhD, the author of The Four Pivots, which will be a book study at the beginning of 2024. There are many opportunities to volunteer, connect, and engage with CSL Greater Baltimore. So if you're interested in joining us and helping us build this beautiful community, reach out to any of the board members and they'll provide you all the information you need to make your connection to CSL Greater Baltimore that much stronger. Thank you.
Good morning. Welcome to CSL Greater Baltimore Pre-Service Meditation. My name is Marianne Marsalek. I am a practitioner with CSL Greater Baltimore, and we will start with a chakra healing guided meditation. This chakra healing meditation will take you on a relaxing journey that cleanses and restores energy to your chakras while bringing your entire energy system into a state of harmony and balance. Let us begin by focusing on the breath. Now, let your attention go inward and lower your gaze and take 3 deep cleansing breaths. Allow your eyes to close comfortably and now come down into your breath, into your body, relaxing your belly, softening your mind. Feel the support beneath you. Connect with the ground below and let it take your weight. Become aware of the sounds around you. Let them just be there. Notice the light and shade, the air touching the surface of your body. Sense the sky above and the horizon stretching all the way around you, the earth below supporting you. Allow your mind to empty what it no longer needs to hold on to. Let it go, flow out and away. Allow your body to release what it no longer needs to hold on to. Let it go, flow out and away. Draw yourself back from where you've been in your day. Draw your energies back home to your center. Ground yourself in this moment right here and now. Begin to sense the space around you. Breathe with the space and become aware of the rise and the fall of your breath. It's coming and going, the sensation, sound, and temperature. Breathe down to where the weight of your body rests, below the base of your spine, to your root, your chakra of belonging. Breathe into your root chakra. Let it soften and gently expand your breath, taking in nourishment and life force energy. Allow your root to connect down to the ground below, deep into the earth. And invite in the color red, the color of the earth. Bathe your root with red, empowering, embodying, grounding you in the here and now. Let your root take what it needs and say the words, I am here. I have a right to be here as I am. The earth supports me. When you are ready, allow your awareness to move up to your belly, just below your navel, to your hara, your chakra of emotional intelligence, choice, creativity, movement, and pleasure. Breathe into your hara. Let it gently soften and expand on your breath, taking in nourishment and life force energy. And invite in orange, the color of the setting sun. Bathe your hara with orange, balancing, empowering, motivating. Let your hara be fed and say the words, I honor my needs. I allow myself to be nourished. And when you are ready to move your awareness to the soft area below your breastbone, to the solar plexus, your chakra of personal power, breathe into here, below the solar plexus, to soften and expand on your breath. And invite in the color yellow, the color of sunshine. Bathe your solar plexus with sunshine, replenishing, restoring, nurturing, letting your solar plexus take what it needs. As you say the words, I value myself. I am enough. I am more than enough. I am worth my weight in gold. When you are ready, bring your awareness to the center of your chest, to your heart, your chakra of self-development and unconditional love. Gently breathe into your heart, letting it soften and expand on your breath. And invite in green, the color of spring, or a rose pink, whichever feels right. Bathe your heart center with nourishment, renewal, healing. Let your heart take what it needs and say the words, I am. I allow myself to give and receive love freely. I am nourished by the power of love. In your own time, move up to your neck, to your throat, your chakra of self-expression and personal will. Allow your throat center to soften, expand, and breathe. Inviting in blue, the color of sky. Breathe sky into your throat center. Clearing, opening, softening the need for control, freeing self-expression and creativity. Let your throat take what it needs and say the words, I hear and speak my truth. I express myself freely. I allow myself to go with the flow of life. When you are ready, take your focus up to your forehead, between your eyebrows, to your third eye. Your chakra of wisdom and intuition, gently allowing it to soften, expand, and breathe. Inviting in indigo, the velvety color of night sky. Bathe your third eye with indigo, soothing, balancing, bringing clarity, sight, insight, and understanding. Let your third eye see and take what it needs, and say the words, everything is unfolding as it should. Everything is unfolding as it should. Moving up in your own time to the top of your head, to your crown, your chakra of oneness, allowing your crown to breathe. And gently invite a light violet, softly bathing your crown, balancing, restoring, harmonizing. Let your crown take what it needs and say the words, I am one with the universe. I am one with the whole. I am one with the universe. I am one with the whole. When you are ready, come back to yourself as a whole, back to the ebb and flow of your breath, back to your center. Breathe into your core and say the words, I am whole. I am perfect just as I am. I am whole. I am perfect just as I am. Allow the energy of the words to bathe your body, mind, emotions, and spirit, and take what you need. And in your own time, become aware of the air on the surface of your body, the sounds around you, near and in the distance. Close your chakras down a little. Just having the intention is enough. Become aware of the support beneath you. Notice how you feel and hold yourself with loving kindness for the beautiful, unique, magnificent being that you are. When you are ready, you can draw this meditation to a close and come back into the room. In closing, I affirm and declare, we accept peace, harmony, love, tranquility, and joy. I am so grateful. I release and let go, and so it is.
Good morning and welcome. So it's so glad to be back with you all. Want to open up this beautiful day with a song that I think all of us can relate to. Just take a breath. In this very room, there's quite enough joy for one like me. In this very room, there's quite enough joy for one like me. And there's quite enough hope and quite enough power to chase away any gloom. For spirit, yes, spirit is in this very room, in this very room. There's quite enough joy for all the world. In this very room, there's quite enough peace for all the world. And there's quite enough hope and quite enough power to chase away any gloom. For spirit, yes, spirit is in this very room. In this very room, there's quite enough joy for you and me. In this very room, there's quite enough love for you and me. There is quite enough hope and quite enough power to chase away any gloom. For spirit, yes, spirit is in this very room.
Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Baltimore's virtual service. Thank you for joining us from wherever and whenever you are. I'm your host, Robin Farrenholt. Our speaker and musician today is Charles Holt, who just shared with us that beautiful a cappella performance. Let me take a moment to share some things about Charles because he's only been with us a few times, but he is an actor, a vocalist, an inspirational speaker, and a writer. Quite a repertoire right there. He's performed at some of the most celebrated shows in American theater history, such as Smokey Joe's Cafe, Jesus Christ Superstar, and The Lion King. He's also had guest starring roles in television and film to his credit. He also does voiceover work, but Charles's power comes from when he addresses groups and organizations, including TEDx, Trauma Informed Networks, and the National Conference on Race and Ethnicity. He's the founder and director of the Open Frames Project, an innovative technology and curriculum that facilitates emotional literacy and learning with the intention of uncovering and neutralizing trauma-informed behavior. We are so grateful to have you with us today, Charles. Our practitioner for the day, who led our pre-service meditation, is Marianne Marsalek, and our producer today is Sue Monahan. You're invited. Every Sunday, you're invited to service and to invite a friend or family member to share our divine love.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Marianne Marsalek, and I am the practitioner of the day. Welcome to everyone who is hearing this. I am about to do the opening prayer, welcoming everyone to our Sunday service. And this is what I know. I know that there is only one powerful presence that is within each and every one of us, that is all-knowing, infinite, powerful, present, omnipresent. I am so grateful to know this truth, to feel the embodiment of spirit within, to know that each and every person is one with the one source, the one mind. And we gather here today to celebrate this oneness, to listen to the message. I am so grateful for everyone who made this production, this service possible. Our host, Robin Fahrenholt, our producer, Susan Monahan, our administrator, Dana Cole, anyone and everyone who has made this possible. And I am so grateful that we have Charles Holt here to be our musician and our speaker today. I am just amazed at this powerful theme that we have this month, playing with paradox. And our topic today, which is getting comfortable with the discomfort. And I am so excited to explore this area, this new perspective on paradox, and how much our world needs a new understanding and an embracing of the paradox mindset. So I know everyone listening, is now opening our minds and hearts with great gratitude to this service, to the message to come. I am so grateful, and I release this prayer knowing it is done, and so it is.
Please visit our website, www.cslgreaterbaltimore.org/events, for updates on our events and opportunities to connect. And please put on your calendar November 15th, which is our town hall community meeting, our annual meeting, and everybody will want to be there as we continue to show our love and our connection to the community and to each other. Prayer works. If you don't believe that, just listen to that prayer that Marianne just shared with us about the gratitude of us all being part of the one. As a community, we continue to treat and move our feet, knowing the truth for everyone around the planet. Prayer requests can be sent via email to info@cslgreaterbaltimore.org.
There we go. I am unmuted. So as I was saying, I am so grateful to be back with you all again. And I think what I'd like to do is to go ahead and sing something that will set up the talk for the day. So let's do that first. It's called "I Forgive Me," a song that was written by Tim McAfee Lewis. If you've heard it, I'd like for you to listen as if these words are piercing your ears for the first time. If you haven't heard it, the lyrics are quite powerful. I'm tired of the guilt that brings me pain. Now is a time for me to let go of the shame, the past behind me. I see anew. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change. I forgive me. I forgive me. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender. I surrender. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change. I forgive them. I forgive them. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender. I surrender. I'm ready for my change. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm ready for my change. I forgive me. I forgive me. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender. Yes, I surrender. Said I'm ready for my change. Yes, I am. I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change.
Thank you, Charles. That was just a perfect lead into our spiritual practice and to the message to come. That was just beautiful. For those who are just joining us, we are going to do a spiritual practice today, which will include a guided meditation. So I'd like everyone to get comfortable wherever they are in their chair and close your eyes or lower your gaze and take 3 deep cleansing breaths. Just keep on breathing. Our theme today, or our monthly theme, is playing with paradox and getting comfortable with discomfort. And right now, let's keep breathing and releasing any tension and getting comfortable in ourselves, in our physical being, to just settle into our chairs and just let any tension just roll down our shoulders. We can shrug our shoulders to release any tension or tightness and just let everything go. Any concerns of the morning or the day, just let them go. And just keep breathing mindful breaths. And just sinking into our seat, letting our feet be on the floor, feel our feet rooting down through the floor into the ground, and just being one with the Mother Earth energy. Just feel that coming up and coursing through us, and it just feels so good. And just keep, if you need to, just sigh out any tension. That feels so good. So today's practice is based on an article in the Science of Mind October magazine entitled The Paradox of Both and in Our Universe. And we are being asked to open to new possibilities and discover a third way. And this does require surrender and a looking to be new, a newness, to let go of rigid thinking, the either or thinking, and to move into an and thinking, where we see multiple perspectives all at once. And how amazing is that? Most people today are not taught or encouraged to entertain a paradox mindset. Something like less is more, giving begets receiving. Ernest Holmes says, and gives us a paradox: what is hidden is more real than what is visible. A paradox contradicts what seems real in our physical world. And our science of mind principles and thinking in general are based on a paradox mindset. Ernest Holmes also said, keep the doorway of your mind open, feeling, thinking, communing with this life. Know that it fills you with light and with power. So right now, I asked yourself, what are some polarities or problems that I am navigating in my personal life? And where do I need to find a better balance? So let's all just go into that quiet space, that wondrous sweet spot within where presence lies, and just entertain the silence and listen. You might have received a message, a phrase, an answer, or just a color. It doesn't really matter. Just hold that in your heart. And you can always come back to this question about polarities and problems in your life and how to navigate them. And where do I need to find better balance? So just hold that, and anything that came to you, maybe one or two thoughts came to you to think about and contemplate and meditate on in the future. And know that playing with paradox is a spiritual practice, And the emphasis is on playing, on looking and reaching out for paradox in a playful, open manner, and know that the Spirit of God is there, ready to come rushing in to help, to lend support and any guidance that is needed. And now let us affirm. The affirmation to take with us is, I feel into and experiment with ways of thinking and seeing the world and circumstances in my life. I am open to new possibility as I discover multiple perspectives. Thank you for this affirmation. And I end with, and so it is.
Ooh, let's all take a breath together. Let's all take a cleansing breath together. Oh, that was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Marianne. And I too want to thank everyone who has made this possible this morning. Dana, Sue, Marianne, everyone. This is an interesting time. I know we've all heard that, and it continues to be. But I'm talking about, for me, in particular, this year has been one of great understanding, paradox, and a year of pivot. I know you all are going to embark upon a book, The Four Pivots, at the beginning of the year, but I wanted to talk about the paradox. And I was looking up some things about paradox, and these are some things that came to me for my understanding. First of all, the explanation that I received about paradox is that a paradox, it represents a situation or something which seems to be contradictory, but in fact is actually true. And 5 examples, I'm only going to name a couple, and the one that really struck me. One is, there is great power in humility. And I think Marianne alluded to that, or she mentioned that earlier, but that's one that really stuck with me. Another one, I was working with a group of 3rd and 4th graders, and this one it rings true for me. It says, bullies usually suffer from a hidden sense of worthlessness. And the third one is interesting because I do know that it is very true. It says giving is more rewarding than receiving. But this next one really set me in motion this year, and perhaps the second part of 2023. It says, a true leader is the servant of his followers. So I had moved back to New York. I've always wanted to be a leader. I've always wanted to lead. I've always thought myself to be a leader. And I know that many of you have thought yourself to be a leader as well. And I moved back to New York, and I wanted to start or continue. I do a lot of work on emotional literacy with youth around the country. And I did for years. And then, of course, 2020 and the pandemic shortened that or delayed it. And now I'm just getting back into the swing of things. But when I moved back to New York, my intention, my agenda, I should say, was to come back, get another Broadway show, and then serve the tri-state areas, New York, Connecticut, and New Jersey. with my curriculum on emotional literacy. Well, it didn't happen, and I thought it would, but it just did not happen. And so I say the mid part of this year, some things started happening in my career, not with Broadway, but with television and film. I had some success, but I really wanted to be back on another show. I really wanted to be back on the great stage. There's nothing like the stage. There's nothing like the stage. And I've been on movie sets and television sets, and there's just nothing like putting together a theatrical piece and having an audience of people help you generate that energy that moves that piece, because it is an actual thing. It's a living thing. Those shows are living things, and we are vehicles. And so we're actually participating in the life force that I call live theater. It didn't happen for me, and I was trying to figure out, what is this that is that I'm not doing right, and all of the leadership, and so I went back and I started to meditate, and I started to ask the divine. I said, okay, God, show me what's going on, because I'm in a position where I think everything that I've thought about what I came to the planet to do is somehow reversing. And all I heard was, be a servant to the people. And I thought I thought I was being a servant to the people. I thought I was giving my best all the time. But that's the thing about a paradox. And that's the thing about life that I understand, is that sometimes I get so involved in doing that I don't, or I forget about being. Now, the first thing that I said is that I knew I came here to lead. I came to the planet to lead, but involving myself in the doing of trying to become a leader, or trying to, set myself out on this path and say, hey, look over here, come over here. I'm over here. Come and be with me. There is something about serving others that is so powerful that it does not extract from the human experience anything other than leadership. That's what the leadership is all about. So in this paradox, I said, so I am a leader. I don't have to try and be one. Leading is what I do. Leadership is what I do. And it's in my own way. And it's in my own way that God speaks to me about what my leadership task is. If it's nothing but teaching children how to set a table, because I do cater as well. That's my survival job here in New York City while I'm waiting on the next gig, so to speak. But catering has served me in such a great capacity, because now I can go and teach youth the proper way to set a table. The paradox to that is that too is service. And those young men and those young women that I'm teaching, they too will find out that that's service, but all the time understand somewhere deep inside that they're here as leaders in their own capacity and in their own way. Now, the thing that I wanted to say about paradox is, paradox, when I found out that this was somewhat of what was happening to me, I had to pivot. And that was going to be the title of my talk this morning: the courage to pivot. Because in that pivot is everything dealing with the paradox for me. Now, the pivot, as I understand it, is coming to understand and really know, not just understand, but to know that I'm here to be an agent of transformation. I'm here to be an inspiration. I'm here to set forth great understanding and great education for those who cross my path and for myself. That's what I know. Those are just a few things that I know. Now, when it comes to the pivot, when I look at my life and I look at it on paper and I look at what I've done and what I haven't achieved, what I thought that I would achieve, then it helps me go back to understanding what it is the paradox is talking about. The whole leadership thing, it's about service. So I will talk a little bit more about how I came to understand the power of the paradox and the power of the pivot. Again, I had no idea that this year was going to be the great year of pivoting for me. But paradox set me up. So I'm glad that we're having this talk this morning, and this topic, paradox. And I want to go back to the great leader, or leadership is all about service to the followers. That is the crux of what I'm here on the planet to do. That paradox. It wouldn't seem that way. It would seem the other way, because we've heard so many stories about kings and queens and how they live and how other people serve them and how other people give to them all the time. But I think some of the story is left out. When we look at kings and queens, when we look at great leaders, the first person that comes to mind is Nelson Mandela. How Nelson Mandela, even when he was incarcerated, had in his mind the understanding that he was on the planet to help free his people, or free the people of South Africa. Now, in the ways that he did that, him being incarcerated and getting out was sufficient enough for many people, because he endured that. But what he did while he was incarcerated, and what happened as a result of him being freed, the germination of that idea or that intention that he had came to full fruition years later. And even now, in his absence in the mortal coil, his absence of being on the planet, it still prevails. It never goes away. So the powerful thing about that paradox, leaders always serve their followers, not just while they're here in the human form, but long after they're here. So the power of paradox, the paradox gets us to the place where we ask ourselves, where I asked myself, why am I here? I'm a leader. I know, but what does that mean? What does that mean for someone who bullies someone and doesn't realize that they don't really have a whole lot of self-worth? It means that there is a part of us that really at the center knows exactly what's going on. It's just when we spiral out of consciousness of probably the most important question, or one of the most important questions we can ask ourselves: why are we here? Why am I here? I know that there is a part of me that is here to be a leader, whether it's a Sunday school teacher, whether it's a lunchroom cafeteria captain, a bus driver, a Congress person, the president, a teacher. It doesn't matter. We all get into the place where we forget what that's all about. So the paradox gets us in some kind of alignment with understanding that the intention and the reason why we are here may not be what we thought it was in the beginning. And the one that I'll continue to talk about, the leadership. Leadership is all about serving others. Once you begin, or once we, so I'm in this too, once I began to understand that my intention was not just to go back and be on Broadway, but it was to become a healing artist, not just a performing artist. My curriculum that I wrote for the youth, it wasn't just about going in and teaching it. It was about allowing those students to show me how to teach it. Yep. So then it flips everything. I'm not going in to push anything on them. As a matter of fact, they come with genius code. We all do. So all I have to do is allow them to teach me how to teach this curriculum, and they'll get it because I am the leader, and my leadership is only as great as I am to the service of my followers. It can only be that. That I know for sure. That I don't waver on at all. My leadership is only as great or influential as my service to those who I'm teaching or to the followers. What a gorgeous, gorgeous topic. Paradox, because we live them all the time. All the time we think one thing. I think one thing, and something else is happening under. The current that is happening under. And when we go into meditation, like we did earlier, and seek that which is trying to get our attention, because it seems like things are just awry. And then we find out, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. And then we have an opportunity to pivot. And in the pivot is so much power. It gives power to the paradox and an understanding. Because to be able to pivot means that you're first willing to change. Change your consciousness. Change the mind. Change your intention. So now my intention is to serve, not just to do leadership, but to be a leader. And it means serving and giving. So the intention, it changes the intention. It changes the focus. It's not my agenda anymore. It's not my agenda anymore. Surely I can write down goals and dates that I want these things to happen. I think that's great. I still do it. I think it's a good format. But I release myself to the hard nugget of having to have that agenda come to fruition. No, I'm here for God. So if God says, go to the left, and I've been going right, I'm going to go to the left. I am. I'm going to go with God. And then the other, intention, focus, and commitment. And so sometimes it's not easy because the mind continues to want to play tricks, and it's good at it. It's really good at telling us that this way doesn't work. Go back to the other formula. It's an old formula, but at least you know, but it's an old formula and it has no traction. So the power today is the power of paradox. It is understanding that whatever we thought may have a deeper meaning. It may have a deeper meaning, and a meaning that is true. So for all of my leaders out there, and I know that you're not on this with me without having that leadership or being that leader. For all of you leaders, just know that we are here to serve. Period. And in this moment, I give great thanks for the words that have come through me. I am so grateful. So grateful for all that has been said, all that has been thought about, and all that has been retained. In this moment, I give great thanks for this divine presence that continues to give us opportunities to stretch. It creates the space for us to give ourselves permission to be greater than we've ever been before. It's time to be great. It's time to look at the paradox. And it's time to pivot. All right. You have a great day. And I'll see you next time. Don't forget, pivot whenever that thing comes up. Just turn and shift and turn and shift. It's the time. Believe me, it's the time. Lots of pivots. Back to the paradox. I thought I'd sing this song to seal what we've been talking about. It's a song called I Am. I wrote it shortly after I arrived in Los Angeles with Brenda Lee Yeager. And I want you to listen to it and listen to the words as they speak directly to you.
Connected to Charles's iPad.
I'm going to start that over. I want you to hear it from the beginning. An angel asked me, do you know who you are? The question and the answer is not very far. The song of the sages, the knowledge of the ages is living where you reside. You have the key that unlocks the door to enter in that sacred place you haven't gone before, where deep meets deep, soul to soul. Feel that connection as the truth unfolds. I am, I am, I am, I am, you wanted, I am. You are the answer. Yes, you are the key that unlocks the door to freedom and leads you to me. Look deep inside you. Trust the force that guides you. It knows the way. There's no separation. We're one and the same. A child of the Creator, known by different names. The Alpha and Omega, the eternal flame that burns deep inside you. Do you know my name? I am, from the mountains to the oceans. I am, from the rocks to the trees. I am, all the stars and constellations. I am, you are. I am, from the mountains to the oceans. I am, from the rocks to the trees. I am, all stars and constellations. I am, and you are, you are. I am mystical. I am love. And you live in me from the very low, from the very low to the heavens above. I am. There's no separation. We're one and the same. A child of the Creator, known by different names. The Alpha and Omega, the eternal flame. It burns deep inside you. Do you know my name? Woo! I am, from the mountains to the oceans. I am, from the rocks to the trees, yeah. All the stars and constellations. I am, you are. I am, the peace that passes all understanding. I am, the joy that's overflowing. I am, the love in abundance. I am, you are, I am. I am, I am, I am, I am. I am, you are, I am. I can't stop singing, I am. Woo! Yes, I am. I am. You are. We are. I am.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Charles, for that message and for sharing your music with us. I think I just got a cosmic 2x4 upside the head, and it didn't hurt. My job now is to share with you, excuse me, the sacred covenant for the Center for Spiritual Living. But I want to share with you how it relates to what Charles just said in his service. as a community, it's time for us to pivot. It's time for us to think about where we want to go and what we want to accomplish. And this covenant came about when some of the leaders of our community came together at the co-creation workshop, and we developed this sacred covenant and the intentions that go along with it. And it's just so aligned with what Charles just told us. It is time to pivot, my friends. So the CSL Greater Baltimore covenant is our sacred covenant for the Center for Spiritual Living Greater Baltimore. This is what we know. The circle of divine love is complete. It comprehends all, includes all, and binds all together with everlasting unity. We are forever held in love's presence and care. Divine love is complete in me. And that's from the Science of Mind textbook, page 513. I am the divine love that I am. And our intentions are to recognize, develop, and nourish self-awareness and spiritual growth. To cultivate wisdom through the study of Science of Mind principles and spiritual practices. To be an inclusive community that welcomes all. And to nurture and celebrate the joyous expression of divine love that is in each of us. And it so aligns with the Center for Spiritual Living Greater Baltimore's mission and vision that says we're demonstrating a world that works for all. One life-affirming thought, word, feeling, deed, and one human interaction at a time. And our mission says to provide the community with the tools, techniques, and talents the Science of Mind and religious science offer, that they awaken to the divine truth, the divine love of their being for the purpose of living life to the fullest. I've been thinking about this part of service maybe needs to be moved to the beginning. Because how often do you get to go to a professional production that's going to uplift you and lead you into your week, and you pay for it after the fact? Okay, you pay for your ticket up front. But it's the Center for Spiritual Living. This is the time of service that we're reminded that practicing the law of circulation is one of the many ways we support our spiritual center. It supports where we are spiritually fed, while also supporting the business of running a center. Because the paradox is, as we give, so we receive. To give at Center for Spiritual Living Greater Baltimore, you can do that several ways. You can do it through PayPal. You can do it through Giveify. You can do it through text messaging. You can do it through the United States Mail. And you can always go to our website, the Center for Spiritual Living Greater Baltimore.com, and hit on the little tab at the top that says Give. So please join me in the declaration of financial wealth and abundance. I joyfully, consciously, and gratefully participate in the law of circulation. I trust in the spiritual principle that says, as I sow into my beloved community, I demonstrate my awareness of standing not only in the flow, but as the flow itself. As I sow myself, my time, my treasure, my talent, I demonstrate my support and engagement in my community's vision, mission, purpose. I actively give as a demonstration of manifesting, of reaping the harvest of a world that works for all. And so it is. If you would like a practitioner on duty to pray with you and you're joining us remotely, join us on the Zoom on our CSL Greater Baltimore website. Once you're in, type the word prayer into the chat, and you will be placed in a breakout room with the practitioner on duty, who is Mary Ann Marselect. Thank you Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. Our board meeting is next week. Again, I want to remind you of November 15th, which will be coming up on the slides next week, about our annual meeting where we are going to talk about what form should the Center for Spiritual Living Greater Baltimore take as it moves forward. And if Charles will lead us in our closing prayer, I would be most appreciative. Have a wonderful week.
All right. I got a song on my heart. Woo! Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you to the team, the leaders, the leadership. I'm grateful, oh God, for this moment. It's a moment that we've never experienced before and we will never experience again. This present moment is so great. It's magnificent and marvelous, great, grand, and glorious. It has within it the seed of mystery, marvelousness, and just yummy. It's good because we've been together. We have fellowshipped. Let me not get caught up in all of the isms of it. It's just lovely, 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 lovely to be here right now. And I speak for everyone under the sound of my voice. I'm willing. I am encouraged. And I am surrendered into becoming my best. And that means that I pivot. I can pivot. We can pivot. It's time to pivot. It's time to elevate. So in this moment, I give great thanks for all that has been said, all that has been done, and all that has just been here. Right here and right now, I'm grateful. I am grateful. And all I can say is go forth and be who you are. And at every corner, if you need to pivot, you pivot. And understand that something is around the bend that is greater than anything that we ever thought we could make up with our natural minds. God has it. God has it. Have a great week. Divine. Peace and blessings.